Hey, what's going on guys, Migzuba here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at a JESKAI Transmogrify deck for standard best of 1. So the entire point of this deck is that we want to use cards like Transmogrify or Luca Coppercoat Outcast to cheat out our big creatures like Dream Trawler and Velomachus Lorehold, and to do so we surround the deck with a JESKAI Control Shell. So for those of you that don't know how this works, you basically either cast Transmogrify or use a Luca Minus on a token that you don't really care too much about, like a Birth of Meletes Wall or a Omen of the Sun, and it basically searches your library for either a Dream Trawler and a Velomachus Lorehold, and you put it on the battlefield. So it depends on the situation you're in, but both of these cards are crazy good hits. This basically gets a haste attack and gets you a free spell, while Dream Trawler is a crazy difficult card to deal with that also gets you more card advantage and some life. So if you really want to have a more consistent build, you can run 4 Loreholds or 4 Dream Trawlers, but I like the 2-2 split. It adds sort of an element of spice and fun to the deck, and these can also both be win cons on their own, because we're in Jeskai, we can hardcast both of them. So getting into the list in more detail, for token makers, we have Birth of Meletes, Omen of the Sun, Elspeth's Sun's Nemesis. I feel like we have some more. Yeah, we have Lorehold Command, which can make a 3-2. Keep that in mind. And we have a Castle Art and Veil. So those are our main ways of token generation. You ideally want one of these in your opening hand along with a Transmogrify type effect. With Prismari Command, you can make a treasure, so you can have a turn 4 Transmogrify type effect even if you have a Luca because of the treasure, which is pretty cool. The rest of the cards we have Negate as a counterspell. This is still a control deck, and sometimes you just need to take out Ultimatum. Omens, because we are a Yorion deck, we want token generation in Omen of the Sun, so we might as well run the other Omens, a couple other blinkables like ECD, and we're good to go with a free Yorion companion. Yorion's also important because since we have an 80 card deck, it makes it less likely that we're going to draw our Transmogrify hits. We have Fire Prophecy, which is a very important card in your deck. Instant speed interaction, kills a creature, and you can put one of these back into your deck. You don't really mind drawing them, but they're much better to cheat out, so you can basically tuck one back into your deck. And Rip Apart as another removal spell that can also deal with artifacts or enchantments. Omen, like I mentioned, you can blink it with Yorion. It's here for the token creation. Divide by Zero, it's just your learn card in your best of 1 deck. I absolutely love Divide by Zero. I don't think you need 4 copies, especially in a deck like this, but just having 1 to have access to the learn board is really cool. We have an Academic Probation, Sciences to fix your mana, draw more cards, blow up an artifact, or ping something, another token in case you need one, and a Critical Mass of tokens in case you need another way to close the game. I'm a big fan of this card. I think it's very worth running in best of 1. One Dispute, because once you've shown 1, your opponent will start playing around it, or at least they should kind of respect Dispute. Also, it's okay to cast, especially on the play. It can like hit an Annex or something. Command, artifact removal, can shock something, ditch 2, draw 2, can ramp you. Very versatile card. I've been linking one of in the deck. We have Nemesis, like I mentioned before. It can be an escape card against rogues, which is pretty cool. Can generate more tokens. Can be a win con because it keeps on coming back and back. And while this deck seems like it might be light on, like it seems heavy on win cons, it ends up being quite light on them. You'd be surprised. Oh, sorry. That reminds me. Speaking of token generation, for Shark Typhoon, very important card. It creates more tokens and can also be a win con in the future. Don't know why I didn't mention that, because most of the time when I think of Shark Typhoon, I don't think of it as just a token generator to get minused by a Transmogrify or a Luca or something like that. We have some Beholds, because sometimes after you hit off Velomachus, you just need to draw some more cards, so we have Behold. It can also help you find your key pieces. Transmogrify, obviously, we have some Doomscars. We are still a control deck, even though we care about having tokens on the board. One ECD. This card's actually been performing really good for me. We have the Yorion, can exile some stuff. We have a lot of stuff to recur. We have the Luca, we have the Elspeth, a bunch of big creatures. So I've been liking one ECD. Obviously we have Luca. The Command has been really good for me as well. Being able to get a free like 3-2 plus Lightning Helix, or you can sacrifice a Birth of Meletes Wall that you're not using, or a 1-1 off Omen of the Sun, or just a Omen that you don't care too much about to draw 2. It can essentially be like draw 2 plus Lightning Helix, which is pretty good. You can make a bunch of stuff indestructible. I use this card to lethal an opponent. Today they were playing Esper Control, or Esper Doom, sorry. So I really like this command. It's also fine to just cast on 5 if you need interaction. Can make you a blocker, gain some life, kill a thing. Good card. Shark Typhoon, another alternate win con. Like I said before, you can slam it if you really need to. It's mostly here just to cycle for a Transmogrify target, and it also has more versatility than your typical token maker. We got the 2 win cons, like I mentioned before, and the mana base. We're just a standard Jeskai mana base. We've got the Triome, Passage, all the pathways, and a fairly even split of basics, except for planes, because we are a skewed white deck that also wants to run the castle as another source of token generation. Anyways, guys, deck list will be in the description down below. As always, if you like the deck, be sure to drop a like on the video and consider subscribing. It motivates me to make more content. So that's gonna be it for me, guys. Let's get into some games. Okay, opponent's gonna start. We have a pretty good hand. We got like 4 lands because of the birth. We have a Doomscar as a board wipe. Elspeth can come down on 4 if nothing else. Counter magic, not too bad. If we find 1 Transmogrify or 1 Luca, we're chillin'. We have 1 tap land, everything else untapped. We can put Doomscar there. Depending on how aggressive the opponent's start will be, we might need to foretell it. Temple of Abandon. Oh no, am I going to fight Trickery for like the first time in months? Well, there's a Transmog, which is pretty cool. Well, combo assembled, I guess. Don't tell me this is Trickery. I haven't seen a mull 2/5 into a Temple of Abandon. Okay. Just Pure Sentinel. Come on, guys, you gotta admit, you have seen this start before. So it looks like Gruul. And against Gruul, here's the question. Am I playing Birth, or am I just foretelling a Doomscar? They're gonna be aggressive, but do I even care? They're gonna commit something to the board, and then I'll be able to wipe the board. I think I just try to rush out my Transmogrify. Especially on a multi 5. We have double birth as well. I think we just try to take advantage of the situation. Innkeeper, okay. Opponent sees the castle. Yep. And another Innkeeper. Okay, so I'm kind of regretting not casting the Doomscar. Well, we'll play this out, and I can foretell here. I could just hold open Omen of the Sun, and I think I'm going to do that. If I get to block 2 Innkeepers, then I'm absolutely laughing. And if I get to dispute something instead, that's also fine, I guess. Lovestruck Beast. Fair enough. Fair enough. Am I going to counter this? Nah. We still have this board wipe. No attacks. Honestly, guys, it's looking like I should probably just Doomscar. I don't know how good Velomachus is going to be, or Dream Trawler is going to be against this board. You know what? Let's use our mana. This is fine. So, what's the play? It is either Transmog, foretell Doomscar, or dispute, foretell Doomscar, or Elspeth. I think we just go for a Transmog, honestly. No, let's go for a soldier. I'm gonna commit to the play. And we hit a Lorehold, which is kind of what I was hoping for. Free spell? Okay, what's it gonna be? Fire Prophecy or Behold? We either get to draw 2 or kill a thing. I think we just kill a thing, right? We'll kill one of these Innkeepers. Make drawing cards more awkward. Do I put back a Plains? Do I put back a Dispute. I think we put back Dispute. It's going to be awkward to hold up, but that could actually save our asses. So maybe we just put back the Birth for now. It's not doing all that much. It's just getting us more mana. Okay. So pretty sick. Turn 4, 7 mana card. Great Henge. Okay. I have a ton of artifact removal in my deck. It's not like this game is over. Opponent attacks with the beast. Opponent does not attack with the beast. Omen's nice. Before I do anything, I think I want to attack. I don't think I'm playing Elspeth here. Opponent has 2 mana. Maybe they have a fight spell. Let's go. I could wipe the board. Nope, we are going to rip apart the Great Henge, which is kind of why it's here. Just as an extra cheese tactic. Just having instant speed artifact or enchantment hate off the Velomachus. Really good. Makes it a lot more versatile. I think I'm passing with Omen and Dispute up. So we want another blue source. I could have also foretold to make sure I could use my mana, but if they don't cast anything, then I'm already getting ahead. Alright, I like this. This Lorehold Dragon's putting in work. They play Magda. I mean, it's not like crazy bad. It's not amazing either. Is this a counter spell? I think so. I get to use my mana this turn. They get a bit more behind on board. It's okay. They can attack with the beast. They have 2 mana up now. Sure. Let's throw the wall in front of the beast. And we'll go for an Omen. I think I've played this game very conservatively, but I also don't think that's a big problem. We don't need these. We already have a board wipe if we want one. There's a command, more artifact removal. Very cool. So we have access to 6 mana. I think I'm down to just start with a Lorehold Dragon attack. Transmog. Sweet. That's something else we can do. Free Dream Trawler. Hog. Opponent Reach Sentinel. Okay. Now I think we do this. And we shoot something, draw some cards. We can shoot the Innkeeper, draw 2. I know we're missing out on some damage with the Trawler. We can discard Triome and this Plains. I know. And now we're gonna buy Yorion. Sweet little transmog plan. We can get a bit more blue. I probably should have grabbed red there, but it's not a big deal. This is another red source. We got double white, double blue, and double red technically, even though the Triome's, you know, accounting for that. And yeah, we have a Dream Trawler, we have a Velomachus Lorehold. They could not answer it, and it just got us like a free spell every single turn. So yeah, that's why we run this card. We don't always need Dream Trawler to take over games. This card being able to cast a free spell every turn is just absolutely sick. Okay, we start. This is good. We have turn 2 Foretell, turn 3 either Omen or Doomscar, and turn 4 Transmogrify, maybe, depending on how the rest of the game plays out. Speaker, nice. I could show double white now. This is a red source, so this is my blue source. We just Foretell. So what's it going to be? Aspirant? Speaker into Aspirant. I think both of those creatures need to die as soon as possible. Double Transmogrify, that's pretty jokes. Yeah. Turn 3 Wrath. Feels good. So we're not going to have the turn 4 Transmogrify, but I think that's okay. Opponent plays Lurrus. Interesting. I think I have to kill that now. Like, before it can do any serious damage. And I'm going to put back one Transmogrify. Another Fire Prophecy is nice, even though we can't cast it right now. Radiant Fountain. Okay, this is a dedicated life gain deck. Okay. Opponent running multiple Lurises. Cool. I mean, it doesn't really matter if I shuffle this back into my deck. But I will shoot Luris now, and then what do I want? Double red or double blue? I think double red is more important right now. So we're gonna shoot here. I could fetch this and rip apart, but I think I'm good passing here and using passage to bluff priority and then cracking for a red and using Omen of the Sun. And then if I draw land, okay, not ideal. I was gonna say if I draw land, then I can Transmogrify. Okay, so counter goes on speaker. Opponent's draw has been really good. Goes to attack. Do I take this? I mean, I get to Transmogrify next turn, and then I have a Dream Trawler. Seems pretty good, right? I think I take this hit. Okay. I will go to 16. Opponent will go to 26. I'm going to grab another red. Play Omen of the Sun. We don't draw the land, we just draw a Transmogrify, which can be okay, especially if we hit Lorehold Dragon. We hit Lorehold Dragon, taking the opponent off 26 or 27 life, and a Fire Prophecy as well. So what are we hitting? We're hitting Aspirant. Now, I think I keep everything because I have this 1/1. So I'm going to decline. And if I draw another land next turn, then I'll be able to Transmogrify plus Rip Apart. We have the mana for it. And hitting them in the air 4/5 takes them off the Angels. Speaker doesn't have a good attack, and the opponent scoops it up. Yo, this dragon's coming in so clutch. I absolutely love this card. I'm considering running more, but it's not good in every situation. But it's cool that we hit it when we need to. 50-50 chance, right? Okay, double birth. We have Doomscar, Fire Prophecy. Very controlling hand. I think it's fine. Let's go. Plenty of mana, plenty of removal, and we're against aggro, so that's perfect. We grab white. And there's blue. I'm going to put this on red. And now what? Plenty of stuff to do on turn 2. We could just play Birth and suit up another land, or I can foretell my Doomscar. But I want the opponent to commit more to the board before I actually cast anything. So maybe I just hold open Fire Prophecy. Because I don't really want to blow up one of my walls, but you know what? I think casting this now is fine. A 0/4 wall can soak up a ton of damage. And we'll have another Birth to generate a token if ever we find a Transmogrify or a Luca. And if they play like Luminarch Aspirant here, that's fine. Hit me for 1, no problem. Alseid can gain them a bunch of life, but I don't really care. Elspeth. That's a good one. That is a good one. So what, we foretell this now? Or do we want to hold open Fire Prophecy? I don't really want to hold open Fire Prophecy. I think we just get the discount on this wall. And play out the land they know about to conceal information. Elspeth -2 seems pretty good here. We just get 2 good blocks. And a wide board. But again, the fact that we kind of want to generate a ton of tokens makes it a nombo with the sweepers. We just really need the sweepers to stay alive. Like right now, the Birth and the Elspeth are both token generators. Opponent's thinking. Maul, eh? Okay. Maul will come down. We take a little hit. Not a huge deal, but a little bit annoying. I can Wrath. Wrath doesn't seem great. I think I just take out this Usher. I'm going to... I was going to say I can grab a red source here. I'm not going to thin my deck in case the blue ends up mattering. So I'm going to play this on blue, and I'm going to main phase on the Usher. And I'm going to tuck back a basic Plains. And we find another Doomscar, which is really funny. I think I just foretell this too. Or I could play Birth. I think we just want to foretell. I want the opponent to commit more to the board. I don't just want them to equip them all and attack. Faceless Haven is a real problem. We have some Wraths, we have an Elspeth, and we have a Birth. So we have a bunch of ways to stay alive. Okay, so that hits me for 3. It's not perfect, but it's not horrible. The fact that this can be blue or red is pretty huge. So I think we just grab double red for now, and we can put this pathway on blue. Now we have 5 mana, so what do we want to do with it? Ooh, maybe I should have grabbed the white source there to be able to Wrath plus Birth. Maybe I just want to buy Yorion. I mean, yeah, Yorion seems pretty good as a body that Alseid can't actually get past. So yeah, let's set that up and play Birth to have an actual blinkable. Okay, doesn't seem bad. While we chill out and wait for our win cons. Opponent can animate Faceless Haven. I'd probably just secure 4 damage. Annoying. That is annoying. They can tax my Yorion. And I might have to blow up one of my walls here. 5, 6, yeah. Your Yorion will cost 7. They attack for 3 in the air. Yeah. Might have to Doomscar. Another Plains, not great. It is rather unfortunate. I could play Elspeth and -3 to gain some life, and then they have to send something at it. And the Faceless Haven, and we can use the walls with the Faceless Haven. Okay, I think I like that. Flooding just a little bit. Let's gain some life.
The time to fight is now. I believe we will find.
And now they have to send both flyers, or no, they just have to send one at Elspeth. And it's fine. The longer this goes on, the more they're likely to commit to the board. And if they don't answer Elspeth, I can play my Yorion and then reset its loyalty. I don't really care for the 1/1s. I don't want to make a bunch of 1/1s that can't even block these flyers and then Wrath them. Like, that seems pretty bad. Spirant, that's good. Make the Alseid even bigger. Okay, well, it looks like we're just going to Wrath here. Opponent not respecting Elspeth. Let's go play something else. Another Birth, okay. Okay. Let's go. I Wrath. Not bad. So we make some 1/1s. We can escape Elspeth now. And I guess we birth? Was that like my third birth? Yeah, plenty of mana, that's for sure. Which is also why we run 6 planes. I'm gonna put this on blue. They already know we have it in hand. It's fine. So yeah, right about now is the time where even if I draw my transmogrify targets, we're happy to have them. Nice Spellbinder. Usher will come down. Triome. That's probably just a cycle Triome. Do I want to Wrath this board? Oh man. These flyers are freaking irritating. I think we do want to Wrath this board. You know what? Let's cycle this first. Shark. Bug. Yeah. In that case, I think we do just rat. We could take a big hit though. That's the problem. Yeah, I think we do Wrath. Should have attacked with the 1/1s in that case, but it is what it is. And now the opponent will probably start animating Faceless Haven, and they do. Okay. So we go to 7. They play Aspirant. We go lower than 7. Cool. Okay, I'm pressing the go to combat button, I promise. Counter on your land. Very nice. And we go to 6. Okay. My turn. Castle. That's jokes. That is jokes. Am I just slamming Yorion as a body? Or am I just making a big-ass shark? I can make a 7/7 shark. Let's make a big shark. I'm thinking of slamming Typhoon. I don't even need to. I could just make a big shark. But then Giant Killer's a problem, so maybe I just make the 1/1. You know what? We've seen Usher and we've seen Alsaid. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they don't have a Giant Killer. Could have also played Yorion to test that theory. Now the question is, do I play around Giant Killer? Oh, are they going to equip Maul that costs 4 mana? Yeah, let's go equip your Maul. They're playing around my castle chump block, and now they don't have Giant Killer mana up. Let's go. Nice. So we have QQ, 7/7 Shark, just like I thought. Look at this Shark Typhoon coming in clutch anyways. And there's a command. Nice. Very cool. Seasoned Hollowblade as well. Okay. Okay, 10 mana. Still kind of awkward. I think we hold up and just play for command. We can on upkeep. No, you know what? I think we just pass. No attacks yet. No stress, and see what the opponent wants to do. I can make a 1/1 and I can play Lorehold Command at instant speed, and next turn I'll be able to play Elspeth and make a 1/1. Opponent's going to equip their Hollowblade. That's fine. If they want to attack, by all means. By all means, no attacks. Okay, so we make a 1/1. And we go here. 3 damage to any target, and I'll sacrifice a permanent to gain some life, to draw some cards. So they can discard a card to, or give up their own Hollowblade. Discard a card. I still gain the life regardless. I will sacrifice my 1/1 to draw 2 cards. Not bad. Okay. I could divide their Hollowblade now. and then get Mascot Exhibition, which I'm not sure if they're beating. I can play Rip Apart. I have a ton of options here. Okay, hold on. I could also just escape Elspeth and start gaining life. I have to be cognizant of this Hollowblade, this Haven, though. I could divide Maul to their hand and then counter it on the way down, which is pretty funny. One, two, three, four. So one, two, this is 6. This is, yeah, you know what? I like divide Elspeth and hold open negate or use Rip Apart. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm going to divide the Maul. Okay, so we divide the Maul. I could also do this at instant speed. This is fine. And we learn, you know what? I could learn this. I could learn the start from scratch, which isn't horrible either. I think we just grab the exhibition. Okay. Do this. Auto Tapper was not going to hold open my blue, which I wanted for negate. Probably shouldn't have tapped my red source, but I think it's fine. Now we can make some 1/1s, because this lets me block the Hollowblade, and it lets me chump the Haven, and I can send the Shark at face to start trying to kill them. So that's why I like this play. They have to sink 4 mana into the 3 mana into the Maul if they want to play it. We get a block on the Hollowblade and a chump on the Haven. And they know Mascot Exhibition's coming. Yep. Counter them all. And now what? Second Maul. Okay. Cool. Let's see if they go face or if they want to take out Elspeth. That's going to be the real question. Opponent goes face. Fair enough. Fair enough. Dispute. So what's it going to be? I could blow up the Maul. Or I could make them discard their last card to this Hollowblade. I definitely want to play this. Just go really, really wide. We get a flyer. So Hollowblade or Maul? You know what? I think we just take out the Maul. The Hollowblade on its own isn't very scary. It's a 3/1 and we make a million 1/1s to block. Like, it's fine. We'll be okay. Sure. Mascot Exhibition. Actually cast, by the way. Now what? How am I using my Elspeth? You know what? Honestly, I think we just gain the life. I think the best way they win this game is by actually killing me. And I think that by doing that, it makes it a lot more difficult. I'm just going to send the Shark. I am in no rush. I'm happy to have a super wide board and to have a lot of blocking options. If I had 1 more mana here, that'd be really funny. And the opponent scoops it up. So I'm pretty sure there were a lot of lines that would have taken me to victory that game, but I'm not too mad at what we did. We played it really smart, really safe, and we didn't end up transmogrifying anything or using any crazy big spells. We just won a War of Attrition and casted a couple, or just, I guess we cycled for 1 big shark and played a War of Attrition. So yeah, sometimes that's just going to happen as well. Alright guys, and we are back. So I had a lot of fun using this deck. I think it is not crazy powerful, but definitely a lot more difficult to answer in best of 1, especially when a lot of the field is aggro and you just have a very kind of win-con plan. And by that I mean this in the same way that Sultai Ultimatum is a control deck, quote-unquote control deck, but they kind of race you. They have a plan on turn 7, they're going to slam this ultimatum, and if you haven't killed them by then they're probably going to win the game. It's very similar insofar as we have our own kind of aggro plan, where at our core we are a control deck, but we have a strategy that's going to put a lot of pressure on the opponent very quickly. And even though we won't always draw into that strategy in the same way that Sultai Ultimatum won't always have their ultimatum on turn 7, we kind of play for it. Like, we play for the curves of Bertha Melides interaction spell into Transmogrify. Like, that's a very strong draw. It's a turn 4 Velomachus or Dream Trawler. And while Velomachus does that Heartless Act, if you're not facing specifically black, then it is very difficult to actually interact with once it's down. There are a couple things like Brazen Borrower bouncing, or if you ever run into like Soul Seer, which is kind of unfortunate, but aside from that, like, this card isn't the easiest thing to remove, but it's not the hardest thing either, while Dream Trawler pretty much only dies to board wipes. Anyways, guys, let me know how you found the audio in this video. Again, I don't know what's been going on, but my Streamlabs has been really buggy, and it kind of like deleted all my audio settings, so I was playing with them. I think it sounds fine on my end. I did a couple test recordings, but just let me know. Anyways, again, deck list will be in the description down below as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.